stayed pretty busy in college. I always carried more than the minimum number of hours, so I had to spend a fair amount of time studying. I was a member of Tri Delt sorority and eventually, after several other offices, became president of the chapter. I did some volunteer work. It wasn't considered wonderful for a young woman to be interested in things intellectual. It was fine to be pretty, it was fine to be popular, it was fine to be funny. But what I loved most about the university was just the sheer joy of learning so much, of learning to master new ideas and new areas of learning. But I never talked about any of this because it was better to talk about parties and dances and boys and other things over Cokes or coffee than to talk about, guess what I learned today? They were interviewing me and several others to receive the Phi Beta Kappa Scholarship Award. What seems funny to me now is that this scholarship award was for tuition. It amounted to the princely sum of $66, $33 a semester. But I'll never forget one of the questions they asked. If a boy with a car invited you to go out on a date, and a boy without a car invited you to go out on a date, which one would you date? And I said, well, both of them, of course. And they laughed, but I didn't think it was funny. It seemed like the thing to do. Well, I'd certainly have to put my two beautiful, successful daughters up there. I'd have to put my teaching, because teaching touches lives in ways that you never understand. But I think professionally, I'm proudest of the fact that I changed the way scholarship is done in my field, which is Shakespeare Studies. And I was allowed, when I was executive director of the Shakespeare Association of America, to develop a series of seminars that were open to anyone who wanted to join. They did work during the year and then discussed the results of the scholarship that they'd done. And this opened the door not only to broad participation, but it opened the door for people whose work, whose thinking would never otherwise have been discovered, to be heard, to have a forum. And it has become a model for the way scholarship is done in my field, and it's pretty much the envy of scholars in other fields. So I'd have to say opening up those doors through the seminar system is the one achievement that I'm proudest of.